My number one pick of my top 5 favorite bulls is Grumpy. No surprise, it's Grumpy. Grumpy taught us a lot. This is Grumpy's sparring. He's the first bull we ever saw sparring. He's on the right, by the way. We don't know who the bull on the left is, but he's a good-sized animal too. Anyway, Grumpy taught us about sparring. It's not easy to tell who this is, but this is Grumpy. He still had a little bit of velvet there that he had to get rid of, so he's doing his best to rake it off. And when Grumpy raked, he usually came up with a little bit of garnish, if you will. Very nice, Grumpy. Here Grumpy demonstrates that it takes a great deal of patience to woo a cow. I was so impressed with how slowly he approached her. It was almost laughable. But here again, he was teaching us the art of the rut. We hadn't seen this before. Later we would watch other bulls do this, but they had a different approach. They weren't as finessed as Grumpy. This is probably why he had so many cows around. Another first for us was the chinning process. When a cow is tolerant enough that the bull can rub his chin back and forth on her rump, that means she's ready to breed. And here she goes, taking Grumpy on a high-speed chase into the bushes. Grumpy used to stay busy having to deal with other bulls who wanted to be around his cows. Here he's seen a bull in the distance and has to take care of it. I'd never seen him move this fast. But the bull gets the idea and leaves. Here's Grumpy again. The same bull, a little bit later. And another time. It's a full-time job keeping these little bulls away from his cows, but you're going to see why in a minute. But for now, it's the cow fight time. The cows are fighting over him. Well, not so much him as his rut pit. One thing Grumpy was known for was getting a lot of cows in his rut pit areas. They came from all sectors, everywhere. Cows with calves. It was crazy. He would dig a pit, and as soon as he started to stomp, they'd come running. They'd fight each other for that pit. They just wanted to lie in that perfumed pit. Nobody, no bull, did it better than Grumpy. He would get 4, 6, sometimes as many as 9 cows, probably more. They were coming out of the woodwork. And here again, this is what Grumpy taught us. Those cows are not interested in him yet. They just want to roll around in that pit of his. They want to wallow in that perfume of his. As you can see, there is a boss cow. She's going to rule the arena. Here's Grumpy at work digging a rut pit. And here's what happens. That cow wants in the pit so badly she almost shoves him out of the way. And now she has competition. Because of this, we were wondering why the cows weren't interested in him. Well, as it turns out, the pheromones in his urine, in his rut pit, are designed to keep the cows around. And may also be integral in bringing them into estrus. See what I mean about how they come out of the woodwork? Grumpy was the only bull we saw this much activity around. This is what he was used to. This was his rut. No other bulls had this many cows around them. Not that we ever saw. And we saw a lot. He gets a little kiss here. And a little rub. Even though Grumpy was a very friendly bull, to film this, we have to be at a good distance away with big lenses and have trees, big solid trees nearby. Because it's really the cows we have to look out for. So, because of all that he taught us, because of his tolerance, his great personality, Grumpy is my number one pick. And we miss him. We miss him terribly. Sweet dreams, Grumpy. Thank you for all of the memories, for all of the wonderful times. Thank you. Rest in peace.